Dave, you're having a writers conference here in Denver, Colorado, actually Lakewood. Tell us about this writers conference and how long you've been doing it.
Well, this is just our second year, but already it's one of the nation's largest one-day writers conference, Christian conference, and we're bringing in some excellent speakers. And we're really trying to do is to push the envelope and to bring the people out of the darkness. And these are writers write in solitude, and they write in these quiet places. And we want to bring them into community and to give them the encouragement, the nourishment, and the motivation they need to go and take their writing to the next level.
Now, you said this is one of the nation's largest. This is not just Colorado largest.
Yeah, so there's a lot of writers' conferences that go 3, 4, 5 days, cost you hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And what we want to do is we condense it to a single day and pack as much as we can. And it has found its audience, and it's found a real attractive niche where people just want enough to get them motivated. And we think that this is the right medium to do that.
How was this birthed? I mean, how did this come about?
Well, it came about like a lot of great ideas. 2 or 3 people, there was 3 of us, we were sitting around a table talking. And I think we even had a napkin. And I think it's just God moving in our hearts to say we want to bring others into this community of writing. And we started talking about people. I know this person who are writing blogs, who are writing journals, who have something to say, but they don't know how to say it. Mm-hmm. And so we just started doing that. We put together a writers group, and then after a few months of meeting that writers group, we said, let's have a conference and bring even more people into that. And so that's how this is doing. Is just God's Spirit moving through the creative people, through the writers, and we're not looking for people who have achieved great success, although those people are going to come to our conference too. But the people that you know that you're a writer, and you've known for a long time, and maybe you've never made any money at it, or maybe you haven't had a lot of published works, but you're still a writer. Mm-hmm. You're still putting words to paper, and God wants to use those, and He wants to use you. And that's what this conference is about, is that your words matter to God, they matter to the world, and they're important. They need to be said.
Now, David, you've been writing for some time yourself, and I can sense that you're very passionate about this. When you take a look at where we are as a country, what would you say to writers, the importance for them to write? You know, after all, it's the words that compel people to act. And I can sense your passion. So for those who sense a call to write, you know, what are they going to get out of this particular conference? And how do you believe that will work in conjunction with where we are as a nation?
When you ask that kind of question, you know, technology, we think that all the high tech is what's really changing the world, at computers and biotech and bioscience, and we think that that's what's changing the world. But still, ideas are what move the world, and ideas are born out of words, and words are born out of the Spirit of God. And so that's where Christian writers can really change this world. We might not be able to build these high-tech things because God didn't wire us that way, but He gave us words, He gave us passion, and He can bring all those things into our life, and we can actually do these kinds of things. And that's the beauty of the modern world, is that this technology has actually allowed our words to go beyond our living room, beyond our family, beyond our small group. And your words can actually go out through the internet and can all across the world and all across the globe. And certainly within the United States, we see how ideas are molding and changing, and this whole culture. And we've seen it gone to the negative, to the bad side. I believe that words can go just the other way and can help change that. And it takes the intellect and the skill of a writer, born with the Spirit of God, and all those things come in this fusion of explosion of letters and words and phrases, and all that comes together. And I highly believe that that people in this world can change the world if they allow God to use them.
So David, now the writers
Host church, Bear Valley Church, they've been very accommodating. They love the arts, and they love our vision because that's part of their vision. For many years, this church has been about the church unleashed, and they motivate their membership and their people to go and change the world. So when we came to them with this vision of our words changing the world, they totally embraced it. They're great hosts. It's a beautiful facility, not too big, not too small. It's going to fit us just right, and it's going to be on a late winter day. So there's not going to be a lot you can do. It's going to be cold out, so why not come and be with other writers, with other friends, people who share your same passion, and you're going to be so excited that somebody else thinks the way you do, because your family doesn't get you, your friends don't get you, right? When you say, I'm a writer, they're like, they just roll their eyes.
Right.
But you're going to come here and there's going to be 300 other people and you're going to say, I'm a writer, and people are going to say, you know what, I am too. Yeah.
So now, the event is going to be held the latter part of February. Okay, what date is that?
Yeah, February 27th,
That's
it's
right.
a Saturday.
Okay.
And it starts about 9 o'clock and it'll get over around 4:30 or 5.
And I understand people get a sack lunch too.
Yeah, we're gonna feed you lunch.
So I mean, how much is this? $149, $199? What does it cost?
But wait, no, it doesn't cost that. And actually, right now, as long as you register in the month of December, it's a low price of $49. That's our early bird rate. It goes up slightly in January and again in February, but we really think it's a great value for lunch. For all that fellowship. We're going to have more than 24 breakout sessions.
Wow.
We're going to have 2 keynotes, one by James Rupert, who's a novelist, award-winning novelist, and another one with Ransom Heart Ministries. And so we're very excited about all of that, and we have a lot to
Well, you know, Christian Life News, we're so excited about being involved with this. In fact, we've already gotten a few writers who are blogging on our site. And thank you for the opportunity for me to actually have a little breakout session. I'll be dealing with finding your authentic voice. This is just tremendous. We just want to encourage the viewers right now to register. There's actually a link right on our website. We've been promoting it for the last month. So you can click on that link, go to the website, get the December early bird special, a little more in January, a little more in February. But I tell you what, for sack lunch and to be exposed all day to this particular type of event, you don't want to miss it. Now, there's a little talk, it's not 100%, but we could be possibly live streaming this.
Yeah, when you're talking about the Christian Life News helping us about that, so we're working out the details on that.
Well, fantastic. Lastly, let me ask you this. Tell us about some of the keynote, or you told us about the keynotes, but some of the other people who are going to be here, and what are they going to be focusing on, if you can bring some things to mind.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is, writing isn't like math. It is not like math, because there's a lot of different, so we're going to have a science fiction writer.
Oh, wow.
Somebody who actually writes about zombies and loves Jesus. I
got to hear that.
Yeah, Stan Latore, he's a really great writer. We're going to have writers who can help you with poetry. John Blaze from Colorado Springs is a fantastic person for that. We're going to have people who can help you with fiction writing and nonfiction writing.
Okay.
Lucille Zimmerman is going to help you with memoir writing.
Oh, wow.
Patricia Raybon has written extensively about reaching across cultures, both black and white and Muslim and Christian. She's writing about these kinds of things, and she's going to help us write about memoirs and how to get those things inside of us out.
Wow.
So just a whole plethora of all kinds of writers who can help you right where you're at.
Well, from what I understand, we'll also be talking about publishing for those who are interested in getting published.
Yeah. Now, this is not a lot of Christian writers conferences have people where you go and you sit down and you make your pitch.
Right.
This isn't that kind of
Sure.
place. However, there's going to be people there who will tell you how to make your
Right,
pitch
right.
and how to write a cover letter and how to write a manuscript pitch letter. We're going to have people. Greg Johnson from WordServe Literary is a super agent as far as representing Christian writers. He's going to be here to
wow.
help us. How do you really, really, really know when you need an agent? So those kinds of people, the nuts and bolts of how to get published, are going to be there, as well as the nuts and bolts of the heart of the writer to help nurture that.
Fantastic. Well, we're excited about this writers' conference and being involved. I tell you what, we're going to take you on a small little tour throughout the facilities so you can see the first-class location, the facilities here, and you don't want to miss. If you remotely have a desire to write, if you're writing, if you're blogging, if you're perhaps just journaling, who's to say that those words couldn't develop to be something more? So we'll be right back. Dave is going to have last words about why you should be at next year's Writers' Conference right here in Lakewood, Colorado.
All right, so this is the Commons area during the Writers' Conference. This is going to be filled with people, writers meeting other writers. There'll be agents here. There'll be published writers. Yeah, we're going to have 24 breakouts and workshops. All of these classrooms are going to be full, and it's really it's that kind of smaller atmosphere where you can sit down with people of experience or who have a certain form of communication that you want to latch onto. Like Shelley Hitz is somebody, she is amazing about how to market yourself, about how to use social media. She's going to have one of these rooms is going to be packed to the gills, and she's going to hold people completely for the whole time period. And we have other kinds of speakers who will also be able to help you with social media, like a 101. How to reach cultures that are beyond your own. How are we going to write to millennials? How are we going to communicate with people who use video primarily? We're going to have people who can help talk about that.
So Dave, what would you say from the heart of a writer to another heart of a writer, why they should come and be a part of this and experience it?
Well, if you've never published anything in your whole life, and you've been writing and writing and writing, and everybody has always told you, you have a real gift with words. It's time to do something with that gift. We read in the Bible how Jesus gave gifts, and one man buried the gifts, and another one sat on it, and the third one invested it. This is a chance for you to invest in the gift that God gave you and to do something with that. Now, we're not going to make you famous, and we're not going to make you rich, but we're going to help you use that gift that God gave you, that gift of words. And it might be just helping out with the church newsletter. It might be writing letters to friends or commenting on blog posts or on Facebook to be that kind of better writer. I had the great privilege of writing my mother's obituary. Why? Because I was the writer in the family, and I took that very seriously. So those are the kinds of things that if you're the writer, you need to step up. And this is a chance for you to step up and step out and start doing something with that gift so you can change the world.